Her skin held 90 years, like paper that had been folded and unfolded by the hands of time, thin enough for light to pass through it and still strong enough to remember everything. By the time her body forgot how to hold itself here, her breath was no longer breath, just a quiet movement passing through her on its way somewhere else. She asked for the same song over and over, not because she forgot, but because she knew how great thou art. Again and again, each time the words rising and falling like a pulse that belonged to more than one world. I watched her leave, not all at once, but in quiet negotiations between here and somewhere warmer. She spoke to her mother, arms reaching out like she couldn't wait to dance on the other side, and then turned to speak to me as if time had folded because both directions belonged to her. I have never been closer to God than watching her stop trying to stay. Oxygen began to move through her differently, as if it knew to be careful. She looked at me, and between it all, from somewhere deeper than her eyes, and her last words were, "You are special." It wasn't the first time she said it to me. That phrase echoes back to before I could walk. But she said it in a way that made it feel like the only thing she had ever meant to say. How great thou art. There is a moment when the body understands what the mind has been avoiding, that you will lose everything you are trying to hold. And still, we ration joy and we hold it like something fragile, turning it over in our hands as if it might disappear the moment we believe it's there. Because somewhere we learn that not liking who we are is a kind of protection, that if we arrive at disappointment first, then no one else has to. Are we all just afraid to be happy? Or have we forgotten how to receive it? I left the room she was leaving and stepped into something that wasn't, where the sun bent itself around the trees like it had nowhere else to be, light spilling through branches without asking what it was illuminating. The wind moved through me like it knew, filling me with itself like the grief of the world. And I thought, why are we so afraid to take this in and let it stay? How can we let beauty land without interruption? How do we absorb it long enough that it becomes us? How great thou art. Again. How great this is, this breath, this ache, this unbearable tenderness of being alive long enough to love something you cannot keep. If life isn't making you cry, you are standing outside of it. If your eyes aren't reaching for something they cannot hold, you are not living. She took her last breath when no one was looking. And I hated that. I wanted to be there, to witness it, to say I saw the moment it happened. But who am I to believe I would recognize something that has been happening all along? How great thou art. Maybe it was never about God in the way I was taught. Maybe it was always this, to be willing to feel everything before it leaves. Maybe it's having the courage to let joy touch you without asking how long it will stay. Maybe it's the knowing that happiness is not an extension of what surrounds you, but an intention of what you allow within you. And maybe how great thou art was never meant to be directed away from us. Maybe it was the quiet realization that the same force she was returning to was the same force still breathing through me. If that's true, then nothing here was ever asking me to become anything I wasn't already. Not better, not more, not enough, just willing to be seen by what has always seen me. Because how great thou art.